This was a long time coming and I was so hyped they released this. The excellent 70-180mm 2.8 has released a version 2. The first iteration of the 70-180 for me sealed the deal for my appreciation for Tamron. I've abused this lens. The original 70-180 was my first serious portrait lens, switching from Nikon to Sony, and ever since I bought this telephoto lens, I've been happily using the 17-28mm and also the 35-150mm. I've had the previous generation of the 70-180 for more than 2 years now, and it has seen thousands of portraits and faces. I can't count the number of pictures I've taken with that lens. I've now had a chance to play with the updated version, the brand new Tamron 70-180mm 2.8 G2 for Sony full frame. The best feature though is at the end of this short video, so make sure to stay tuned. First, let's talk about feelings for a minute, or formerly known as first impressions. When this lens will be in your hands, the new 70-180 lens feels sturdier and more robust. The new material used for the body of the lens looks and feels more like aluminum versus plastic. It's hard to describe, but just feels more solid. The black of the lens is blacker, no pun intended, less gray, and looks better. Tamron even mentions that it is more scratch resistant and also more moisture resistant, so you can actually shoot outdoors without a hitch. I did it many times. I did not conduct a stress test on this lens since this is a loaner, but if I have to rely on my previous experience, the lens can survive through most everything you can throw at it.
How we doing, guys? This is rocking!
So what's the same? Well, we get the same 67mm thread size that is across most of the Tamron lenses. That means you can keep all the same accessories, even with the improvements. We also get the same great zoom that we had previously with the VXD technology. It allows you to push in and out of focus and get those frames nice and sharp. And of course, while having the same smooth zoom, we keep the same beautiful 2.8 aperture throughout the zoom range for those who enjoy those milky bokeh from 70 to 180mm at 2.8. Okay, so now that we're done, what's new? First, for the technical crackpots, we now get to enjoy the new Tamron Lens Utility software, which is available via USB-C directly on the lens. The Tamron Utility software app allows you to program functions into your lens. This is especially powerful for video shooters, as it allows you to preset focusing points. You will also see clearer now with this new feature. The glass in front is now fluorine coated, which will make it more resistant to dust and dirt and much easier to clean. But for the few of you that like to photograph dust and dirt, you're weird, this new feature will also help you create better content. Autofocus is still as snappy as it was. For reference, I'm using the Sony a7R5 at the moment, but before we had the 70mm focal length only allow you to get to 0.85 meters of your object. You cannot get as close to 0.3 meters without losing much quality in autofocus. While this is not in macro ranges, this is great for a cool close-up of an object. The new 70-180 2.8 does all that by being absolutely quiet for the sensitive moments. Also, the new 70-180 also boasts an additional element of the glass, but that usually comes with a sacrifice. And that sacrifice is weight. But you'll be happy to learn that the 70-180 telephoto is now not much heavier than its previous model by only adding 45 grams to its version 1. And that's truly incredible because I haven't told you about the best feature yet. We finally have vibration control. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it. That means no more shaking or vibration when at 180mm. Your shot will be clean. So if you want to get close with a new minimum distance, you'll definitely see left movements and shaking. This is great. Also for sports people, if you want to get punch up, but you're scared that it's going to vibrate a bit because you're at the full extent, this won't happen anymore. Overall, this range of improvement makes me super excited to dig deeper with this new telephoto lens. At a sales price of $600, which is its best feature in my opinion, it is highly competitive against the Sony 70-200mm 2.8 G Master 2. Whew, what a mouthful. Which is a whole $9 more. Yes, we're losing 20mm off the top, and I'd love to see that in the Tamron lens. But now that the 70-180 has vibration control and customization option, it opens up a new world, especially in the video realm. Tamron doesn't feel like a compromise anymore, but a true professional option. Links below if you want to check out more of this lens, and more content will be shared on my Instagram page for a more in-depth review of the 70-180mm 2.8 version 2 or G2. Evans B, out.